Hi, it's Rabbi Lewis wishing you an early Shabbat shalom. And I was being nostalgic the other day, and I was thinking back to when I was in high school wrestling, and I would be, cutting weight or conditioning. And a lot of times while I was running, I'd be listening on my cassette Walkman to Journey's greatest hits. Now, mostly that was because of the song Only the Young, because that was the featured song on the Vision Quest soundtrack, which is probably the best movie ever made about high school wrestling. And so it was like the anthem. So that song, among others, would be my inspiration while I was running and getting in shape. So another song on there is something that really I was reflecting on in light of the recent holiday of Yom Kippur, and also the Torah portion that is moving us forward into the Jewish year. And that song is Wheel in the Sky. And the lyrics are, the wheel in the sky keeps on turning, don't know where I'll be tomorrow. And I remember thinking then, and also thinking now, how interesting it would be to live in such a way where you really don't know where you're going to be tomorrow. Now, the song might have been talking about life or death. That's pretty grim. But I'm thinking about being able to live with spontaneity, because pretty much we all know where we're going to be tomorrow and what we're going to be doing. Yesterday, with the long, full day of Yom Kippur and fasting, I was relieved when it was done, and I still knew exactly where I was going to be tomorrow. I was going to be making this video, and I was going to be back in the sanctuary for our First Friday family service. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that I knew exactly where and what I would be doing without the opportunity to have any sort of true spontaneity. And that spontaneity would be an exciting way to live. It could be a little nerve-wracking too, don't get me wrong. While we were studying and reading Jonah yesterday, I was thinking about that time that he spent inside the belly of the fish, and actually how that was not a punishment, but truly a gift, that he was separated from the rest of the world to have time to consider his actions moving forward, that it wasn't just this constant wheel of time that kept turning and having to respond in the moment, and that he could say, well, I know where I'm supposed to be tomorrow. I know where I was planning to go, but maybe I should go somewhere different. He was supposed to go to Nineveh. He intended to go to Tarshish. He gets thrown off the boat, swallowed by the fish, and he thinks, well, this isn't going the way that I wanted to. Maybe I need to reconsider my decisions, and let's go to Nineveh instead. And, without that time in the fish, he might not have had a chance to really reconsider where he wanted to go. And this does also tie in to our Torah portion, HAAZINU, because it involves Moses making his last statement to the Israelites in the Song of Moses. And essentially, he's preparing them for a time in which leadership is going to change with Joshua, and their whole life is going to change as they enter into the promised land. Everything's going to be different from here on out. And in this last song, he's basically gathering everybody and saying, HAAZINU, truly give ear. Take time away from having to listen to all the noise and all of the other workaday things around you. And let's have this moment to consider and reconsider where we're going to be tomorrow and what we want to do with this opportunity. Just like Jonah in the fish, and just like us as we have exited Yom Kippur and enter into the rest of the calendar year of Judaism with our fresh slate, what do we want to do with this opportunity? Where do we want to be tomorrow? If where we were intending to be is not the best place, or what we were intending to do is not the best, let's take this time. Let's take this time to think about it and perhaps make a different and better plan. Yeah, those are my thoughts on this time in the Jewish year, and also on PARASHAT HAAZINU. I want to wish you all a Shabbat shalom. Hope to see a bunch of you tonight at our First Friday family service. Shabbat shalom.